Yes, there are people who claim they travel to the future and they have massive theories like alien invasion, planet will end. Is it true? Let's find out today. Before we continue, I'm your host, Mr. Funtime, and you are watching my YouTube channel. Let's go.
Yes, there really are people out there who claim to have traveled to the future, and they have
Yes.
some pretty wild stories about what's going to play out. Alien invasions, the death of all the world's birds,
Yes.
human-robot hybrids replacing regular humans completely, and even human-chimpanzee hybrids coming in
Human chimpanzee.
2024. Let's get into it. And we're starting off our list with a traveler who has some pretty bad news for animal lovers out there. John, a self-proclaimed time traveler, claims to have actually come from the year 4000 and traveled back in
4,000.
time with some interesting details about the future. Apparently, in the year 4000, technology will have advanced to such an extent that artificial intelligence dominates most of the world. He describes a world where AI merges with daily human activity,
I
leading
think
to
this
a
is
new
true
era where biological
because
and artificial
force
entities
robot
coexist almost
Elon Musk also
seamlessly.
built
Seems
a
like this is
robot.
going to happen way sooner than the year 4000, though. One of the more specific
This
claims
is true.
John
I
makes is
think
about the
AI
way
will replace
corporations will
human.
evolve in the future. He states that all companies will be owned by a single mega corporation that uses AI to manage
Mega
its
corporation.
operations. This corporation supposedly designs, builds, and controls robots that perform nearly all types of jobs, pushing humans out of the
I think
workforce.
AI one
According
is
to
good.
John, the
I
result
agree
is
with
a
John.
society where human labor is no longer necessary and robots handle most tasks. John also notes that these advancements in AI and robotics lead to changes in the environment and the social structure of society. He
How?
also states that pets like cats and dogs won't be a thing anymore, and that
Really?
all birds were destroyed in order to prevent them from
No, no,
colliding
I
with
don't agree.
flying cars. Aren't there a lot more things we can collide
Animal
with,
will
like
not be
driving golf
destroyed.
cars
Animal
and
will
like
be
up in the
here.
sky
I
will
don't agree
destroy
with this.
everything in our path? You know, already. I don't know. That's an odd one. Next up, we have a man named William Taylor, who has
William
some pretty
Taylor.
wild things to say about the future. And interesting side note, he also passed a lie detector test, apparently. Now, I know lie detector tests aren't always foolproof, but not many people who claim to have traveled to the future have gone through any kind of test like
Lie
that. So
detector.
if that is true about the test, I don't know, that's kind of interesting. In 2018, a man named William Taylor claimed to have been part of a British intelligence project in which he traveled all the way to the year 8973. And he said that things were, or will be, actually pretty good in the distant future. So good, in fact, that he didn't even want to leave and come back to this time. Now, the only thing is that humans won't exist anymore, not the way we do currently anyway. Instead, a species of human-robot hybrids will populate the Earth, but no disease or crime will plague it, and these beings experience eternal life. Taylor also revealed some other intriguing information,
What?
like how time travel has actually been used by world governments since 1981. The
I
technology
don't agree.
was
This is
apparently
fake.
reverse engineered from
Human will
alien
not go
spacecrafts.
anywhere.
A TikTok
Human will
channel
be a
called
part
Real
of this
TikTok
planet.
Time Traveler started
Human will
posting some
not going
pretty
anywhere.
outlandish videos in 2022, mainly because this
This
anonymous
is
user claimed
bullshit.
to be a time traveler.
Rubbish.
Is a channel the correct term when it comes to TikTok, by the way? Page?
I agree with
Do you
AI
say
stuff,
just
but
like
not
user?
this.
I'm very out of
Like
touch.
human
I don't know where I
will
am.
go.
Help me. But they've posted tons of videos making all kinds of claims about what the future holds. Most of it pretty dark, because that's what people just love gobbling up. They claim to be from the year 2236 and mostly post about events that will be playing out over the next 10 years. Some of their standouts include, in 2025, scientists discovering signs of life on 2 different planets that are proven to be more advanced than humans, and a meteor coming down to Earth in 2034 that will wipe out half of America. So look forward to that. Eno Alaric goes by the handle Radiant Time Traveler
I don't know.
on
Let's
TikTok
see.
and has shared some pretty
Let's wait and
grave
see.
warnings about the future. He claims to be from the year 2671,
26.
and in his latest video, he lets the fine people of the internet know about some of the notable stuff that's going to go down in the remainder of 2024. Keep May 15th marked down in your calendar, because an alien race is going to show up on Earth and transport 10,000 people to another planet. But aliens coming to Earth isn't going to catch our attention for long, though, because May 27th marks the beginning of the next American Civil War, which will then lead to the
What?
outbreak of World War III. But don't be too worried about your hands or feet being blown off in the war, because less than a month after the fighting kicks off, a new fruit will be discovered that helps regrow lost limbs. Also in June, the very first human-chimp hybrid will be created, and June 19th also sees a new type of storm form called a mind storm, which causes people to lose their minds and go on violent rampages. You know, as if
What
World
the hell
War
is
III
going on?
isn't enough already. Now we have a 28 days later situation on our
Chimpanzee.
hands. But the best part of it all, summer, it's really gonna end with a bang. When real-life dragons are discovered in the Rocky Mountains, they fly, they breathe fire, and they even speak English. Yes, specifically English. Sorry
This
to
is
everyone
fake.
else in the world. You'll just have to
Dragons
watch these
speak
dragons
English.
fly around while we chat with them. Next on the list, we have Darkness Time Traveler. Now, our boy Darkness has a pretty
What
ominous
rubbish.
bio on his
Yeah.
TikTok channel / page / whatever you call it, reading, "Darkness is coming. The Shadow Network is almost here," from the year 2858. The Shadow Network, Jankies. I'm guessing that's not just a TV station that shows clips of shadows 24/7. In Darkness's latest video, they claim that the solar eclipse that just went down last week was actually a smokescreen for a bunch of alien beings to fly down to Earth on meteors, obscured from our view because of the eclipse. Because apparently we wouldn't be able to see meteors flying down the Earth because it's a little bit darker out. These alien beings are known by many other alien species, though, as the planet
This is
Enders,
fake.
or Endids.
No
They spell it two
alien
different
is
ways
coming
in the
to the
video.
Earth.
Gonna guess they wrote the text in haste, though, to make sure we all got this information in time. People from
They just want to be
58 can
famous.
make spelling
That's it.
mistakes too.
That's why they
Anyway,
make
the
just
planet
rubbish
Endids have
tourists.
invaded a plethora of planets across the galaxy, and aside
What
from
the-
their warmongering, violent ways, they've also brought a disease with them to Earth. The same disease that wiped out the alien beings who apparently once lived on Mars. So these invaders have been among us for about a week now at the time of this recording, awaiting the perfect time to strike. Because you guys are kind of watching this in the future, at least compared to me, why don't you let me know down in the comments what's going on. Our journey through time continues with a mysterious man simply known as Edward. In 2018, a man calling himself Edward came out claiming to be a time traveler from the year 5000. He said he'd been part of a top secret government time travel mission in 2004, where he traveled to the year 5000. He gave an interview where he shared a photo of what he said was Los Angeles in the future, and according to him, the city will be submerged underwater due to massive flooding caused by climate change. To substantiate his claim, Edward provided a photograph which he said depicted the future state of LA. In the photo, he described seeing skyscrapers and other buildings submerged in water, with only the tops visible above the waterline. He also stated that in the future, the effects of global warming will cause sea levels to rise significantly,
Yeah,
leading to
global
widespread
warming is
flooding
true.
in coastal cities around the world, including Los Angeles, and that the inhabitants of these cities will have to adapt to new living
I think
conditions.
this is kind of
with the
true.
remaining population living
Because
on
global
Mars'
warming is happening
surface. Next, we have
everywhere,
the
every
Greek
country.
military time travelers. In 2017, an anonymous man claimed that after serving in the Greek military for 6 years, he was invited in 2013 to participate
Invited.
in a top secret time travel project. According to his
What
account,
the-
this project saw him travel to the year 3207, a journey that lasted 2 days. From his perspective, about a month after his story came out, another anonymous man from Greece also said he was a student when in 2008 he was reportedly approached by a professor who offered him the chance to be part of a time travel experiment. He accepted and claimed to have been sent to the year 10,000. The purpose of this experiment was said to be related to gaining knowledge about a future war between humans and artificial intelligence. Again, I think they sent him way too far into the future if it's a war between humans and artificial intelligence. 10,000? That's pretty far up there. Maybe there's something wrong with the machine. And also, I mean, according to some other time travelers we've discussed already, that's a war we won't be winning. They could have just asked them, saved the whole trip.
They
Next up, we have Hazel
invited.
Salome, who's now
No.
being referred to as the modern-day Nostradamus. He's made all these predictions about the future, a lot of them very similar to the type of stuff we've heard of before when it comes to end of the world conspiracies, alien contact coming soon, AI reaching a new level of awareness and taking over, more deadly natural disasters, a big war, soon we'll be able to communicate with the dead through artificial intelligence technology, you know, all your standard stuff. But what I find really genuinely interesting and kind of creepy about this whole thing is that I'm honestly not even sure if this Athos Salome guy is a real person. I've seen plenty of pictures of him, and I've read news articles quoting things he's apparently said. I've seen other people in videos quoting things he said. I'm one of them. We have a whole video on this guy on the channel. Check it out after this. But I haven't seen footage of him actually moving his mouth and talking on video. I've seen like one, but it's like a narrator over top of it, and it's like low quality. It could be AI generated. And I mean, just look at him. Doesn't he look like it could be an AI generated image to you? I mean, all these news articles say he makes TikTok videos, but I can't find them. So what the hell is actually going on here? Who is Athos Salome? Is there a real person behind all these predictions, or is this some kind of artificially created thing? And if so, who created it? Next up, we have a man who claimed to have traveled through time with Barack Obama, Andrew Basiago. Basiago claimed he was part of Project Pegasus, a secret US government initiative that he says took place during the 60s and 70s. This project focused on developing technology for teleportation and time travel. He said he was chosen as a participant when he was just a young tyke because of his father's connection to the project. The technologies he mentioned included the chronovisor and teleporters. A chronovisor is said to be a device that allows users to view events from the past and future, while teleporters are said to enable physical travel across time and space instantaneously. But he didn't just go forwards in time, no, he traveled back to 1863, where he witnessed the Gettysburg Address delivered by President Abe Lincoln himself. Basiago was very public with his claims. At one point, he even ran for president, with part of his platform promising to reveal the secrets of time travel and teleportation technology. I mean, how did he not win the presidency? Doesn't everyone want to know all these secrets? It was a cheap tactic, but I guess in the end, it didn't work anyway. Finally, we have the one and only John Titor. This is probably the most well-known time-traveling claim in the history of the internet. Now, of course, the whole thing is very far-fetched, but what is interesting about these posts are how detailed they are. Whoever this John Titor really is or was, quite the imagination, or he's a real time traveler, obviously. So it all began in November of 2000 when someone started posting on online forums claiming to be an American military time traveler from the year 2036. He would later start using the name John Titor in future posts, and according to Titor, he was sent back to 1975 originally to retrieve an IBM 5100 computer in order to read older programming languages in the future. He claims this machine was needed to debug legacy computer programs that existed in his time. And on his way back to 2036, Titor claimed he made a stopover in the year 2000 for personal reasons, and during this time is when he decided to interact with people on internet message boards. He gave detailed explanations about how his time machine and how time travel worked in general. He included diagrams and descriptions of its operation based on theoretical physics concepts. Till this day, it's still a complete mystery as to who this guy was. Was it just some dude having some fun? Was it a social experiment of some kind? We'll probably never know. What I do know, though, is that his whole story was a bit more interesting than just like, oh, aliens invade in the future. Going back from an old IBM computer? Oh, creative.
You know, I find these stories funny. You know why funny? I think these old people who make theories on the internet are from the future. They just want to be famous. That's it. That's the only reason. They just want little intention from audience. I'm from the future. I'm from year 5000, 10,000. I travel to the 10,000. They just want. But I only agree with one theory is AI. AI, of course, nowadays is part of everyone's life. AI, everyone using ChatGPT is an example. Here, ChatGPT, AI, yeah, AI replacing jobs, yeah. AI will replace jobs like Uber. automatic cars, eh, I mean electric cars, self-driving cars is coming. Lots of cars have self-drive. I think this is true. AI will replace. AI will not replace human. AI will replace jobs, human jobs. So I think in the future we will have. I think we don't have any jobs in the future because AI robot can do anything. They edit movie, create a thumbnail. I think yeah, AI will replace jobs in the future. Yeah, I think that's a theory I can agree. But all the other theory, invasion, planet will end, these all the theories are rubbish. Guys, don't don't agree with this. But don't overthink. These these people just want attention from audience. That's it. That's the only reason they just make some theories and stories. Yeah, that's it, guys. If you enjoyed, if you like my opinion, please like it and share your opinion in the comment section. And I will